Hello, friends. Glad to Vollet here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. We are going to be doing a fun fold that is fun. I love it. It's an easy one, but it looks like it's really hard, and it's really not, but that's okay. I'm going to be using, oh, I should introduce myself. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, in the glorious little community of Port Alberni, where it is currently raining. Surprise. Welcome to the wet coast. All right. So I just went on Facebook, made sure I'm streaming and everything is good to go. There we are. All right. Hey, Janet. Hey, I get to see your name tonight. Oh, this looks good. Now, Janet, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? If the sound is good, because I know the video is good. Oh, hi, Lori. Oh, good. You are creating with that Christmas tree background that I demonstrated. Oh, good. Everything is good. Good. Then I'm going to flip us around and we're going to get going. First of all, have a chocolate. Now, if you don't like chocolate or you're allergic like I am, I added in some high chews tonight. I was introduced to these when we were on the Greek cruise with Stamping Up a few years ago, and they weren't in Canada yet when I first saw them, but now they are, and you can buy them in Costco, and they're little bits of goodness. Have you guys seen these? Do you know what they are? This one is green apple. I don't have a favorite. I love them all. They're not chocolate, they're candies, and unfortunately they're not sugar free, but that's okay. Every once in a while I deserve a treat, right? So they're little taffies and they're chewy and they have the flavor in the center of them. I'm going to keep that one out because I'm going to have that when we're done. I can't have it while we're creating because then I'd be chewing and that's just rude. Okay, here's the card we're going to make tonight. This is one of Susan Campfield's and it is a pop-up window card. So there you go. When it stands up, has this little pop-out bay windowy type thing on it. And you can see the gorgeous Meandering Meadow designer paper on the inside. Then you open it up as just a regular card on the inside. Is that not cool? Now, she did make two different versions of this. You can see in there, I did the designer paper right up to the edge. So I made it 5.5 by 4. She also did it 5.25 by 4, but I like it right down to the bottom. And then Susan just took her front and embossed the front of the card. I decided I didn't like that because it's too flimsy in the middle. So I added another piece on the top, and that's the piece that I embossed. And I'm going to show you how you can get both of them cut at the same time so that it goes through both layers. Hey, Pat, thank you for telling me who you are because I can't see your name. I don't know. So you can do it without the extra piece on the front. I like mine to have a little bit more stability than that. Now I got out 2 pieces of the Meandering Garden designer paper, and I'm going to ask which one you want me to make. First of all, I have to blow my nose because it's starting to run. I was having a cup of tea. I've turned it back into a tea granny. I haven't had tea for years. Last year, I started drinking it about this time of the year. And now I'm back drinking it again. Hi, Dimity. Welcome, welcome. So tell me, which one do you want me to use? The one on the left or the one on the right? And while you do that, I'm going to get out my bits and pieces and I will tell you what they are as we go along. Oh, apparently I have got it. I did enough to make 2 cards. Oh, isn't that interesting? Good. So I will just separate these out, and whatever we'll make. Hi, Holly. Right, blue, Holly, right, please. This one. Okay. If we have time, we'll make the other one too. I was creating this afternoon for my January class of So Refreshing, and I discovered that it goes perfectly with that hot air balloon paper and the rainbow adhesive back dots that coordinate with it. Oh, it's so pretty. I had so much fun. Okay, so first thing, I haven't scored or done anything yet because I thought I would do this with you. So very thick, very vanilla, 8.5 by 5.5. Just plain very vanilla. You could use, or just plain very vanilla, 5.25 by 4 times 2 pieces, one for the inside and an extra one for the front. And then 5.5 by 6.25, and we're going to score this. And I didn't get out any for the sentiment. So this is vanilla that I'm using. Let me grab my vanilla. And I'll show you the paper and the embellishments that I was talking about with for the So Refreshing. Look at this. So I didn't use, obviously, I didn't use the hot air balloon one, but look at this. Does that not make you think of spring and summer and lemonade and sitting outside? It did me. And then the matching embellishments, perfect. Okay, enough chitter chatter. Let's get going. So I'm taking, oh yeah, could do that. But next week I'm making, oh, Janet said, use the center vanilla that you cut out. You can do that. But next week I'm making another fun fold using that piece. So I'm not going to. I know. I was thinking when I created this card. Okay, so this piece is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to score it at 4.25, just like you normally do. It's a normal card base. And then I'm going to find my other piece. There it is. So this piece is 5.5 by 6.25. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 an inch and 1 inch. And then 1/2 an inch and 1 inch. So both sides. So I have the 6.25 at the top and the 5.5 on the side, and I'm going to score it at 1/2 an inch and 1 inch, 4.25 and 4.75. So that's 1/2 an inch and 1 inch on both sides. Hi, Cindy from North Dakota. Welcome. I'm glad you could catch us live. And thank you for sharing my videos all the time. I do appreciate that. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's the whole part of this card. Now, I'm going to burnish my fold lines first because when you run them through your die cutting machine, it flattens those score lines out. And I want to make sure that I'll still know where they are after I do what I have to do to this front. So I'm going to burnish them really well. And what I have discovered lately is when you've got a card that you need to make sure it's going to cooperate in the folds and either laid flat or bend nice, fold it both ways and burnish it, because then you get things laying down. You break the fibers of the cardstock both ways so that it'll lay down nice and flat. Okay, so there we go. Now, I'm going to take this piece. This is my extra piece that I'm putting on the front. So I have the card base, and then I've got this embossed piece. So I'm going to take the embossed piece, and I'm going to use, as soon as I find it, is this not fast fuse? No. I have some temporary adhesive, and I'm just going to add that so that I can make this stay where I want it on the front. And I did neglect to tell you, I was just so excited to get going on the cards that I completely forgot to tell you what I'm using. Cindy says, yes, I like to share your video with my stamping friends. They enjoy seeing what other demonstrators are doing. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, Pebbled Path and Azure Afternoon ink. And I got out dark Granny Apple Green and dark Fresh Freesia, because I'm thinking that those colors will go good with that paper. How did I know you were going to choose that paper? And then I'm going to use the Garden Meadow stamp set. Now, this is also the feature of my class in December, and you've got 2 more days to register for this class. The Garden Meadow dies, the Something Fancy dies, this one here for the sentiment, the exposed brick embossing folder, and I'm going to finish off with the adhesive back Dragonflies and Birds, and these are back in stock now, so they are available to order. And when you register for my class, it includes an entire package of those embellishments in the class fee. Okay, so now I'm taking, this is the die, and I'm going to line it up, hopefully straight and in the center. This is where I have a little bit of issue because I can't get close enough to make sure it's going in the right spot. So I'm going to keep that there. Yes, I am running this through with both layers of cardstock. Believe me, it will work. Okay, and open up my machine ready to go here. First of all, I'm going to clean the plate because it's dirty. You know what I should do just before we get going? I'm going to get a baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe that plate off. I feel like it needs to be wiped and cleaned. And I didn't do it today when I should have. So there we go. All right, let's give this a quick wipe. I don't usually use a baby wipe on this, but I can't leave you in the middle of a video and go wash it like I normally do. Now, dry it off with some paper towel. Make sure that, look at how nice and clean that came. Ooh, I like it. All right, we're ready to go now. We got that little baby nice and clean. Do you guys clean your plates? What do you use to clean them? Okay, so I have that. I know my bottom plate is disgusting, but don't look at it. So I've got this running through like this. You could run it through this way if you want. Have to put it at a little bit of an angle though, so it doesn't hit that that straight edge straight on. So we'll run it through that way. And then I'm going to go slowly. Come on. That's what happens when you hit that straight edge and it's double thickness. Okay, I'm going slowly through because I want it to cut. And if you give it a bit of a time to cut, then you get a better result. All right, and I'm running it back through because I want to make sure that it's cut through both layers. And see, it does. It cuts through both layers of that cardstock. Now, just pull up the Post-it tape here. I had notes on pieces of that Meandering Garden designer paper so that I didn't use it. The ones that I had for the class, I didn't use it on something else. So that's why it says December class on there. But I don't want to throw them away. So, okay, so there's the hole. See, and now the hole matches up exactly with the other hole, and it's still nicely framed around there. And then I have these two things. I have to get that temporary adhesive. See, now we have these two pieces, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a card with those next week, because I am live next week, even though I'm leaving the next morning at like some ungodly hour, like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, to visit our northern grandchildren. Okay, now I'm going to run this through the exposed brick embossing folder. And I'm going to run it through so that it's straight. Like that. So, is anybody out there crafting along with me? Or are you just watching? I have to pick up my specially plated on the floor. And through the machine. Janet is watching. Yay! Thank you for watching, Janet. All right. So when you emboss, it breaks down all of the fibers of your paper. That's why I chose to put an extra layer on mine so that it still has the strength in the foundation and putting the pretty on top of it. Unlike this one see how flimsy that is right in the center. Oh, Facebook user is watching. Who's that? Pat's watching. Dimity's just watching. Holly's watching. Yay! Don't forget to give those emojis a little love, and if you're enjoying my video. And you can't share this one because it's in my private group, but that's okay. If you give it the love that with those emojis, and Facebook still thinks you like it and pushes it out to more people. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put adhesive on this, and I'm going to put Tombow around the hole. Come on. Tombow, come. There we are. Because I'm going to have to be able to move this in case I don't get it lined up properly. And Tombow will allow me to move things. I don't usually use Tombow to put my layers together, but that's okay. I'm going to tonight. Because sometimes you have to. Now, I missed a little spot right there. I'll get a little bit more in that corner. There we go. Hello. Somebody said hello. Hey, Lena. Hi. Kathy says she's watching in her recliner after a very busy day of celebrating Thanksgiving, and I had a house full. Oh my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving, Cindy. That's awesome that you get a rest. That's a lot of cooking with a house full of family. I had a happy day in my craft room. Got a bunch of stuff done. Prepped. Did some prep work for card classes. And I started working on my January class because I have to do club and 2 classes for January, and my club stuff that I want to use is not here yet. So, but I have the So Refreshing, and then that one is coming in January. Okay, there we go. There's the front of the card. That's it. Now, this one is going to be 5.5 by 4. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it the top. I'm going to cut the bottom off, and then the 4 inches is going to be on this side. With this paper, I always, if it's going to be behind something, I always make sure that I know where on the paper I want the focal point to be. So I'm going to cut this at 4. And I'm using this side. And I want to use the top. So then I want this to be 5.5. We'll just cut off a 1/2 inch off of the bottom. So it's different for each paper that you're using. Okay. Card base. Card base, where are you? There we are. So what was everybody else up to today? Everybody in the States is celebrating Thanksgiving today, getting set up for Black Friday shopping tomorrow. I know that's a huge thing down in the States. Thank you, Glenda. I love having family come after eating lunch. We played a few games of Bananagrams and then we played Uno. So much fun. I love Uno. I've never played Bananagrams, but I love Uno. We play that a lot when we're camping with and here after dinner. Sometimes we pull out the Unos. We like playing cards and games too. We do it a lot with the grandchildren. 6 dozen shortbread cookies. Oh my gosh, who's that? Oh, Lena, that's a lot of bacon. Baking, not bacon. Okay, so this is going to go right from the bottom to the top. And it's just got 1/8 of an inch on each side. So now when I put this on, that's going to frame. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, okay. So then the next thing is to put adhesive on this flap and this flap. So I'm going to put it on just one because I discovered that it's a lot easier to line up one at a time than it is to line up 2. So I'm lining up this edge with the straight edge of your card front, and it goes right from top to bottom, just like that. And it's a lot easier to line it up when you don't have to worry about whether you're holding up this edge or not. And see, it goes on there perfectly. So now I'm just going to flip this out here and put adhesive on that one. This card is so easy to do. The hardest part is deciding which designer paper you want to use. Okay, now it's going to bow out because of the way it is. So I'm going to bow it and then I'm going to take that straight edge and line that up right there like that, right along the edge. And then you have a lovely bowed card, but it lays down flat to mail it. Hi, Kathy, you forgot about the new time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and push it down, make sure it's going to be flat. And next, I'm going to find a piece of cardstock in my little tickle trunk here. Do you guys have a tickle trunk of cardstock pieces? I do. This is how I store my cut ends of my black and my vanilla and my white is just together. So anything smaller than a full sheet go in here, and then I have the pieces to use. And I go there first. Okay, so I'm going to use Azure Afternoon for the sentiment. There's a lot of Azure Afternoon in this paper. And I'm going to use the Happy Birthday right from the Garden Meadow stamp set. Lots of ink on there. Perfect. Oh, good, Cindy. Well, don't forget that I shared I should have put them in the details. I'll put them in the details of the video afterwards. But I did share them yesterday, and I shared the recipe today. So they're there. And I usually put them in the description of the video, and I completely forgot. Okay, so I'm going to die cut that. So who joined me last night for the unveiling of all my new stuff? What did you think of the new stuff? I know a lot of you are demonstrators and you've seen the catalog already. I love it. That designer paper I used today for the So Refreshing card just makes your heart happy because it's so bright. Oh, no, it's not bright. It's so cheery and heartwarming and makes me think of a bright, sunny afternoon. Okay, happy birthday and dimensionals on the back of this. Not a lot of tools and stuff for this card. It's quite easy to create. It's all in the cutting. I love the new. Cindy says, oh, somebody says, oh, my pocketbook. Who is that? Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, I know. Oh, but I took the time the other day to plan out all of my classes for January, February, and March, the whole length of the catalog, so I know what I'm going to be doing there. So there's where I put the birthday. Or should it go at the bottom? See, the other one I did at the top because it had stuff at the bottom, but I'm thinking maybe this one at the bottom because there's stuff at the top. What do you think? At the top or at the bottom? I like that at the bottom. Okay, while you're deciding that, I'll get my piece for the inside, and I'm going to use Pebbled Path bottom, says Janet. Somebody says gorgeous card. Thank you for saying that. Oh, thanks, Lena. Okay, Pebbled Path, and I'm going to put the fence in because I really like this fence and I like to use it anytime I can. And this card just wasn't conducive to having it the die cut on the front. So I'm just going to stamp it on the inside and I'm going to put it on the other side because I can. There's the fence. And where's my envelope? Bottom, 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 bottom. Everybody says bottom. Kathy says just have had sneak peeks of the new mini catalog and it seems fabulous. Can hardly wait. Oh, me too. My list is ready. I think it's December the 4th we get to order. And I have my list ready to go. Because I'm doing paper shares, ribbon shares, and I don't think I'm going to put that on the inside or on the envelope. Paper shares, ribbon shares, and embellishment shares. And I got all the planning all done yesterday, so it's all ready for me to let you know what it's all about. And I will be posting that in a day or two because I can order all this stuff as soon as the catalog goes live, and that doesn't happen until January the 4th, so we have lots of time. There we go. That's dark Granny Apple Green, and now I'm going to use dark Fresh Freesia, and I'm not going to color the whole thing. I like to do dot, dot, dot on these flowers because the artist has drawn them so that the lines don't connect. So to me, it looks like the flowers are more dual colored, and I'll show you what I mean. See that? Isn't that cool? Okay, I'll put that on the inside. And I can leave the happy birthday on the bottom because that's what people preferred. What time is it? Hey, it's only 7:30. We can make that other one too. Shall we make the second one? This is going to go on the inside. Like that. And I want to make sure this is straight before I push it down. Oh dear. I think I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I hope it doesn't ring. There we go. And the final thing is to stick some birds and dragonflies. Yes, please, and go for it. Okay. If you guys are willing to hang out with me for another half an hour, I'm willing to go for it. Let's just put some birds in here. I love these birds. As you can tell, I have been using them a lot, and I'm almost completed one entire package. There we go. There we go. What do you think? Pretty cool, eh? All right, let's pitter patter get busy on the second one. So that's card number 2 for the series. And still got this out. Now, oh, I got to do the die cutting first before I can figure out where to put that. Get my pieces. That's the envelope. That's those 2 pieces. And I have to get my scoring tool out. Aw, thank you, Kathy. You guys are so kind. You're so kind when it comes to liking my cards. I appreciate them. And I was wondering the other day, I decided to not focus so much on my YouTube channel. I'm going to start focusing more on Facebook and not that I'm not going to use my YouTube channel, but I'm not going to worry about it getting my followers up and yada, yada, yada. Well, in the past 5 days, I've had over 100 people join my YouTube channel. The minute I decided that I was going to take it easy and not sweat about it, it started to grow. It's the weirdest thing. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button that's right down there, that big red one, and then hit the icon. The bell icon is what I'm trying to say. So then you'll know when I go live on my YouTube channel. So I'm almost at 1,000 people now. Oops. That's not good. It's not folding straight here. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I think I was like 970 something people subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy to think that there's like 1,000 people out there that enjoy what I do. I never thought that would happen in a billion years. Okay, this one is not laying nice in the sandbox, so I just have to do a little bit of manipulating to make it straight because it's not. There we go. Wasn't folding straight. It has to be straight or it's not going to work. Okay, now we're going to fold them the other way because I like to break those fibers so that it does lay down nice and flat. There's one side. There's the other side. Have you guys bought this paper? Here's my spare stuff. And put a little bit of temporary tape on there. We'll line this up in the center. Have you guys played with this paper? This meandering garden paper? I keep wanting to push that off out of the way, and I gotta stop doing that because you guys can't see it when it's way over there. All right, now I'm going to put my die on there. I just have to make sure it's straight. Hang on. And we'll put a couple of Post-it pieces on there. Hold it in place while I haul it over to my machine. Somebody says, sure do. Who's that? Oh, Lena got some. Yay. Dimity has the paper, not the dies or the stamps. Kathy says, that does not surprise me in the least. You are. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I thought you were making a comment about the paper. You are very kind. Thank you. I try to inspire. I too. And one day somebody said to me, you're an influencer, you know. I don't think of myself as an influencer. Okay, so I'm going to run this through and die cut through those 2 layers again. Nice and slow, giving it time to cut. Okay, and back the other way just because. Oh, Kathy says she's like Dimity and has the paper and not the bundle. Oh, well, Kathy and Dimity, you need to get it. And then you need to sign up for my class because I will show you. Actually, to do the class, you don't need the bundle. You can take the class and tell me you don't have the bundle, and I will do the die cutting for you for all 6 cards. And then you just use whatever sentiment and whatever else you need to create the card if you don't have the bundle, because it works. Okay, so there we have our die cuts. Now, embossing folder, where did it go? Here it is. And we'll run this through the exposed brick. Cindy says, I've made about 10 cards with the Meandering Meadow Suite, and I made them to put into bags of my customers when there is a book part. That's a wonderful idea. It's a great way to share your cards, Cindy. Okay, I'm putting this through the machine now. And we're going to emboss this. So if you live outside of Canada, you can still participate in my classes because I have the monthly tutorial option. So what that does is it gives you the option to get the tutorials only, and then you get to get an invitation to join us during the Zoom class to stamp with us, or you can just make them yourself using the video tutorials, because all of my classes come with exclusive video tutorials. All of them. My clubs, my monthly class, my Christmas classes, they all come with video tutorials, which I hope are a lot like these videos. Some of you that have taken my classes and have the videos, are my videos along the same line as the videos that I do on Mondays and Thursdays, and sometimes Tuesdays, and sometimes Fridays. And every once in a while I throw a Saturday in there too. Okay, got the glue on. Get the front. I'm going to straighten it out. Janet says, wait, who is that? Who is that? I will, Lena. Yes. Let me write that down so I don't forget to do that. And then I will be in touch with you. Lena, exposed brick. Embossing folders. There, I got it written down. Thank you, Lena. Janet says all the videos are great. Hello from the car, haha. Who's in the car? Oh, Leanne. Oh, Leanne, I'm so jealous of Leanne right now. Phil asked if you're going to hold on to cutouts until we visit you. Oh, Dimity, you're so funny. Yes, so my friend Leanne, her and her hubby are off to Mexico for a week, and I'm so jealous. She's going to be hot and sunny for a whole week, and I'm going north, so I'm going cold and snowy, and she's going hot and sunny. So have a wonderful trip, Leanne. You deserve it. You and Steve. Okay. I'm just lining this up. This is why I use Tombow, so I can manipulate that and get it lined up where I want it. There we go. Okay. Now we can cut this. This part, people, I think, right? So it'll look like that. And then we'll have the happy birthday up there. Yep. Okay, here we go. This, I am going to cut this to 4 inches, and I'm going to use the left-hand side of this paper. And then I'm going to cut it down to 5.5 inches by cutting off the top because there's lots of sky in this one. All right, we'll get this onto our card base. Now, what I would appreciate if you guys some of you don't mind. I need the path. Yes, I need the path. Who's coming in late? Hey, Marcia. If you guys don't mind, I would appreciate it if you would leave me a review on my Facebook page or group, or email it to me, because I'm going to start sharing some reviews for people who have taken my classes, done my monthly tutorial subscription, watch me on Facebook, watch me on YouTube. If you like it, please send me the review. If you don't have to like it. You can send me an alternative review if you prefer to tell me that I need to improve something. I'm open to all kinds of comments, concerns, questions, reviews, whatever. Okay, there we go. We're putting the other one on. Popping that up, lining that up. Leanne, if you're still there, probably not, because you said you were only popping in, but I made your fancy fold card today, the one you did yesterday. Maybe it was last week on Jamaican Wednesday. I don't remember. That fancy fold one that you did. I created that today. What would happen if we put the happy birthday on that? No, that doesn't look good. Okay, getting another piece of paper out of my tickle trunk here. So as I said, I was creating for my class in January, and I got the fun fold part. I usually try to do a fun fold. Oh, there's no azure afternoon in this one. Ooh, what color is that? Misty Moonlight, I think we'll use. Can't use azure afternoon if there isn't any. I usually try to do a fun fold and a designer paper layout, and then finish off with a relatively unstressful card. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Cindy just sent me a lovely review. I enjoy watching your videos. You teach us wonderful cards, new folds, and a different take on them, and I like the 3D effect on the cards that you bring. Thank you so much. That is very nice of you. Okay. Misty Moonlight, happy birthday. As soon as I find the die, I will die cut this out. I put it away. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to die cut this out. Thank you, Cindy. I will grab that when the video is over. Okay, switching again from embossing to back to die cutting. And we have the sentiment This would make a really nice sympathy card too, with these gorgeous papers. Not that I want to make it. I make thinking of you cards. I don't make sympathy cards. I took hospice training a couple of times, and it turned me off saying with sympathy, because I can't sympathize with somebody who's lost a spouse or a child or something like that. I can empathize, but I can't sympathize. So I stopped making sympathy cards, and I just do thinking of you cards. There. What do you think? Good spot for that? While you're deciding if that's where it needs to go, I am going to do some stamping on the inside. Get out my pebbled path, and I'm thinking something a bit different with stamping paper here. Let's move those because they're in my way. I'm going to put half of the, oh, maybe I should put that in the center and put flowers on either side. I was going to say I'm going to put half of the fence. I'm having issues. Every time I reach over, my head gets bonked with my camera. Great spot, beautiful cards. Oh, somebody else wrote a glowing review. Oh, Marcia, you're so kind. Thank you. Marcia said, "You're a great demonstrator. You show us step by step how to do things, and visually is good. All your cards absolutely beautiful, and I love your fun folds. You inspire me to do cards or want to do cards. You're very patient. You're kind. You're willing to help others, whatever you're doing, and explain. Answer. I love watching." Aw, thank you. That's very kind of you. Holy man, you got me crying now. That's exactly what Marcia just said. It was Marcia, right? Was I right? Because now yes. Exactly what Marcia just said is the reason I do what I do. I like inspiring others. And I was asked the other day to describe why I do what I do. And my answer was that I do it for loneliness. It was loneliness, empty nestedness, and creativityness. I know they're really weird words, but that's why I do what I do, because I like to help fill up people's lives that have got a hole in them, when you're an empty nester. Oh, and there was widower in there too. Widowed person. When you have a full house of family, and then for some reason that family is not completely there anymore. Somebody goes to school, somebody gets married and moves out, somebody passes away. There's a split in your family for whatever reason. I like to think that I help people fill those gaps. And that's why I do what I do. So what Marcia said is the reason I do what I do, to inspire others. All right, so I'm using my dark granny apple green here to color the leaves. I'm not doing very well because I'm on the side of I didn't put Wink Costella on that other card, people. Aw, thanks, Cindy. Who said it was amazing? Thanks, Debbie. Well, Marcia says, you're absolutely right. I'm alone. I'm 72 years old, and I feel like you're my friend. Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Marcia, because everyone in my VIP group I think of as a friend. You guys inspire me every day. ... making these little flowers. Dot, dot, dot. And I know that commenting amongst yourselves and saying hello to everybody else who's watching makes other people feel that they're friends with you as well. And it's really important that we have that connection. All right, I'm going to pop this in here like that. And Wink of Stella. I didn't put Winky on the other one. I'm going to stick some Winky on the flowers. And I'm just going to dot it. I'm not going to, I don't want to do it all. Like that. And then I'm going to put little dots of Wink of Stella in the background. Like that. Now, where's my other one that I just did? This one. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Doo-doo-doo. This just adds, you know, that final touch. Okay. Now, I haven't pushed this sentiment down yet because it's not quite straight. So let's just lift that up, make that straight. Grab our birds and dragonflies. That one's going to go there. This one's going to go here. And then a dragonfly flitting around on the flowers. And there we are. Darn it, you're making me think I need this bundle. Go for it, Kathy. I like this bundle. I enjoy creating with this bundle. Here we are. There's our 3 cards from tonight. I love that designer paper too, whoever said that. Yes, I might have a few packages. Marsha likes that. Yes, Marsha. It's gorgeous. Dimity says, yes, Kathy, she may need it too. So apparently I am an influencer. Who knew? Oh, thanks so much, ladies. I do appreciate all of you, and thank you for joining me. It is Thursday night. Tomorrow night is Paper Pumpkin night. But I wanted to show you a couple cards that I received. I don't remember whether I showed you this card from Holly. Isn't that gorgeous? That's that Winter Meadow Designer series paper. And I'm going to do it this way so you don't see what she wrote on the inside. You get to see both sides of the designer paper with this layout. Isn't that lovely? And she said she appreciated the little kindness I did for her. Okay, I got to go back and read these. They're all beautiful, very nice. Cindy says, thank you so very much. You simply helped me be a better demonstrator here in the States. Oh, you're very welcome, Cindy. And somebody, who is that? Debbie. Debbie says, you're just so real, very approachable, kind, willing to help, willing to share your amazing talents. I truly enjoy watching all your lives, although it does encourage me to spend money and inspires me to try, even though sometimes I find it hard to find my artistic flair. I wish to live closer so I could partake in your live classes more often. Oh, yes, that would be nice, Debbie. Oh, thanks, Dimity. Beautiful card, says Janet. Lovely. Hi, Carmen. Oh, you missed it. Oh. Pat says, can hardly wait for the dies and stamps to arrive. There you go. And funnily enough, Debbie, I know where you live. You live in this, where my sister lives. My sister lives up on the way to Sun Peaks. I got this card from Valerie today. Look at this. Isn't this cute? Look at that. She used wild wheat on there, Holly. Do you see that? Wild wheat. Holly. That is a very cute card. So thank you. Oh, and tomorrow night, I was saying that tomorrow night's Paper Pumpkin Night. So I am now part of a group of 12 demonstrators in the US and Canada that make a PDF tutorial for our Paper Pumpkin people on alternatives. And I got my alternative card done. Do you want to see it? This is not the one I'm going to make tomorrow night. I'm going to try and do another alternative tomorrow night. Look at this. So this month they are boxes. They're little treat boxes, and I'm going to make one of each of them tomorrow night. But I took it apart and used it. So this is raised up, and this is the water dye from the Gone Fishing dyes, and this is the tree dye from. Oh, it's gone in my head. What's that tree dye? Oh, horse and sleigh. The horse and sleigh dyes. And I used a piece of the Let's Go Fishing designer paper it's the one that has the fish hooks, the flies on there, because I thought first of all, it's in Mossy Meadow, which is what the card is. And I thought it looked like snow on there with the vanilla flies. And if I didn't tell you that those were fishing flies, you wouldn't know. Holly says, yes, I see. It's a very nice card, but I still don't like wild wheat. You're funny. It does look like snow, Kathy. Isn't that neat? Yeah. So if you purchase Paper Pumpkin from me, you will be getting the PDF tutorial on how to create that card and 11 other ones because there's 12 of us. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the cards. I will put the recipe for the cards in the description of this video. So if you're watching on Facebook, it will be up above the video, I do believe. And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be down there. Down there, and hit that subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube. I would appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you at 7:00 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow night, Friday, November the 24th, 2023, on my Facebook page and stream to my VIP group if all goes well and technology plays. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate it. And you're very welcome, Kathy. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now.